Let's go through the steps we need to take if we want to take this information that we can see here and use it to draw a pictogram. So a pictogram, as the name suggests, is created using pictures. It looks a little bit like a bar chart, but with pictures instead. So one of the first things that you need to do is you need to decide on some simple pictures to use to represent whatever your graph is about. So in this particular case, we've got sunny days and rainy days. So a simple sunshine picture and a simple raindrop for the rain would probably be the easiest to go for here, but it is entirely up to you. But just remember that if you're doing this by hand, which you normally will be, you're going to have to draw this picture over and over again, and it's important that you keep them the same size and shape as much as possible all the way through your pictures, and they need to be equally spaced as well. So you need to take that into account when you're choosing what your picture is going to be. So the simpler it is, the better. So step 2 is you need to decide what each picture is going to be equal to, what each picture is going to be worth. Now typically, unless you've got very small maximum numbers to work with, you don't want to do one picture for every one thing that you've got to plot. For lots of reasons, not least of which it's a pain in the backside to actually do the drawing, isn't it? You want to stick to simple values here. 2 is what I'm going to pick in this case, so each picture is going to be worth 2. Why do you want to stick to simple values? Because it's about having to do parts of pictures as well. If I want to do, for example, January here, which has 3 sunny days, and each picture is worth 2, that's relatively straightforward. I'll need 1 whole sunshine and half of a sunshine, and half is easy to draw. Another potential number that you might use might be equal to 4, because dividing a picture up into quarters is probably fairly straightforward as well. So you've just got to think about how easy is this going to make life for me. So then you're just simply going to set up your graph and start drawing the pictures in. You might want to decide how many pictures you're going to need and write those in here first of all. So we've decided that was 1.5. We'd need 2 for this. We'd need 4 here, 5, 4.5, whoops, half, 7.5, and so on. I won't do it for the rainy days as well, but you might want to do that just to make sure before you actually start plotting. And then here, one that I created earlier online. So you can see what have we got on here. We've got our months down the side here. We've got our pictures nice and evenly spaced, and we've got the title. Now there's one more very important thing that we need to have. I'm sorry that the pictures are so tiny down at the bottom, but we need a key. So you need your picture. We need to write on what each picture is worth. You use the same key value for both of them, because otherwise it gets misleading.